Peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. I want to go ahead and set the right vibratorial frequency before we open this lecture off, or before we open this off dropping gems. I want to go ahead and set the right vibratorial energy. So again, peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. I want to send the deepest of insight, the deepest of gratitude, the deepest of cosmic understanding to my elders, my middle age group, being the bridge between the elders and the youth. And then I want to get that and then to the youth, you know what I'm saying? To my peers, with that being 21 and under. So, also want to give a peace and gratitude to the God, divine intellect, or divine insight. So I want to give peace and gratitude to the scientists, the cosmic scientists, and the divine cosmic intellect of the God, divine insight. I want to give him that peace and that gratitude. You feel me? And to the ancestors, I want to give peace and gratitude to the ancestors, because we know without them, none of this would be possible. So, with that being said, let's just jump right into it. It's been a minute since I've been on here, so I do miss y'all. It is a lot of shit I want to get off my chest before we even dive into the main lecture. As you see, we didn't title this video about nothing specific. We just message to the community, right? Because this is like as far as in the message to the community, this video is like a sort of message to the community. So I wanted to get on here and give a specific message to the community, though. This isn't just any message to the community. This is a specific message to the community, right? Specific. This is a specific message to the community. I want to get on here and give out this message. You feel me? I want to get on here and give out this message to the community, to the masses, from the ancestors. You feel me? So it was imperative that we open this off with the right vibratorial energy, with the right vibratorial frequency, with the right spiritual frequency, or the right spiritual vibration, or the right spiritual energy, whatever you want to name it, title it, label it. All right. So it was imperative that we do that. Now we're gonna jump right into it, but like I said, this ain't really too much of a specific topic that we just targeted. Like, we ain't too much targeting nothing here today, y'all. We just simply hopping on here, dropping the little gems, because like I said, again, this is a video strictly dedicated towards a message to the masses, right? AKA the community. So we just get on here dropping a message for the community, you feel me? None too much, none too less. So with that being said, it's not too much that we have to do in this live, and it's not too much that we're gonna do in this live, but it's imperative that we still do what's imperative to do, you see? But anyway, with that being said, yeah, like I said, it's been a minute since I've been on here, kicked it with y'all, chilled with y'all. So of course I miss y'all. I hope y'all having a beautiful night, a prosperous night, a blissful night. As you are some beautiful souls out there, some prosperous souls out there, some blissful souls out there. For this message of the community, message to the community, we are gonna be, because we are chilling one-on-one, we are gonna be, well, especially me, I'm gonna be on this side over here, I'm gonna be blowing down. So if y'all roll up, if y'all smoke, roll up. If you drink, pull up. If you don't smoke or drink, you can just chill right here. You still invited, you still welcome, you still love. You feel me? Still appreciate it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. But yeah, like I said, man, I missed y'all. It's been a minute since I've been on here. So I do have a lot. Y'all already know. Every time I get off here for a while, and then I come back on here for after a while, it's a lot of shit that I gotta get off my chest. Y'all already know that. Y'all already know it's a lot of shit that I'm gonna have to get off my chest. You feel me? Facts. Cause I ain't been here in a while with y'all, and y'all ain't been here in a while with me. So before we even get anywhere, we got to, we got to go ahead, reunite. We got to go ahead and chop it up right quick. Feel me? We can't skip shit without chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? we gotta go ahead and chop it up right quick. Like I said, man, I miss y'all, bro. It's been a minute since I've been on this motherfucker because I had to take a little break because of the shit I was taking a break for. You feel me? But I'm back now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting that shit happen again. You feel me? And then that's kind of why we is gonna sit on here and vent before we just jump in and get this shit off my chest before we just jump in. Because like I said, y'all, like I said, this is a specific message to the community from the ancestors to the masses. So, Pete, with that being said, or me saying that is to say, whoever here right now, or whoever needed to hear this right now, or whoever this is for, you feel me? This is like some type of alignment shit going on right now. See what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing like on some class shit. Nah, this is like some alignment shit right now. So if you here, you meant to be here right now. If you're not here, you're not meant to be here right now. You see what I'm saying? It's that type of shit. Cause like I said, we just giving a little message to the community. But that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, me just chopping it up with y'all before we even do that, it's gonna lead me right into that. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying, some shit that I want to get off my chest that ain't even related to the video, but it is related to the video because of the topic, because of the category. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like I said, I miss y'all, man. But anyway, the reason being that I ain't been on here like that, you know what I'm saying, for these past couple of months or these past couple of weeks, you feel me? Peace to everybody walking in. Peace to everybody walking in. My bad, y'all. But the reason I ain't been on here in a little minute, you know what I'm saying? It's because I had a lot of let me just say this. I had a lot of things going on, right? Outside of this YouTube shit, outside of all this shit, right? I had some shit going on, right? And what I had going on, it didn't really take me off my purpose, but it redirected my energy. You see what I'm saying? So for the reason the reason me not being on here like that, which is as much as I used to be. For that moment, the reason was, I'm not gonna say I was going through a lot of shit because I wasn't, but I was rather so dealing with a lot of shit. You feel me? And I'm not even gonna say it's a lot of shit, but I was just dealing with some shit that just, you know what I'm saying, that didn't prevail. And now it's timing. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, it caused me to have to take a little break from this shit. It naturally caused me to step back from this shit, because I was putting my energy into something else. I was putting my energy to places otherwhere, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't here. So that's what caused me to not really be on here like that with y'all, you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get some shit aligned that I thought was supposed to be truly aligned. I was trying to get that shit truly aligned, right, with time me not being on here, but that shit completely took a turn, and now we back. So I'm here to say now, you feel me? That won't happen no more, y'all. That won't happen no more. I won't let that happen no more, y'all. So, and that's, like I said, that's part of the what we talking about today. That's part of what we subjecting on today too, because it deals with around that category of people. You know what I'm saying? Of people, places, and things. You know what I'm saying? So it's imperative that we understand this. It's imperative that it's certain things. It's imperative that we understand to even be able to ascend. To even be able to attain certain things. It's certain things that we must understand first to even be able to do anything, right? Because if you don't understand, then it's nothing you can grasp. And if it's nothing you can grasp, then it's nothing you can understand. You see what I'm saying? So now at this point, it's just like, what are you doing? You feel me? But you feel me? But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all though. Cause sometimes a lot of us tend to drift off from our purpose, or sometimes a lot of us tend to drift off from our alignment. But it's not all the time that we have to always be like, oh, yeah, this, that, this, and that. Sometimes it's okay to drift off your alignment. Sometimes it's okay to drift off your purpose, because you gonna need to make those turns to be able to be able to see other parts of the road, right? You're gonna need to be able to make those type of turns to be able to make those type of turns later up ahead without even having to think about hitting the turn. You see what I'm saying? So some of the times when we getting drifted off from our purpose, when we getting drifted off from our alignment, what we're supposed to be doing, our desirements or whatever, that's all right. That's okay sometimes, because sometimes that's meant for to happen. A lot of us hear that it's meant to happen for shit to go wrong, but we don't understand why truly. You know, a lot of times it's meant for shit to go wrong, or it's meant for shit to not be right, or it's meant for shit to not go in your way, just so you can take it from another perspective, just so you can take a lesson from another perspective, right? Just so you can perceive a lesson from another perspective. You see what I'm saying? This is all still a part of growth. This is all still a part of evolution, evolvement, right? So um, this is nothing bad. We shouldn't look at this as some shit like damn, oh, some shit not going my way. I'm pissed. Some shit off alignment. Everything's over with now. No, you shouldn't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Some shit don't go your way. That's another lesson to look at it in a different way. You feel me? If some shit, you know what I'm saying? If some shit repelling from you, maybe it's because you trying to chase it too hard. You feel me? Shit like that. That all falls into just us realizing and us understanding that you know each person on this planet has their own reality, but each person reality is not shaped by them. You see what I'm saying? For instance, let me use me for an example, right? I have my own reality, right? But when I was a victim to the Matrix, my reality wasn't being shaped by me, right? Because I didn't understand me on no level. But now that I do understand me, now that I do remember who I am, my reality is now being shaped by me and is no longer being shaped by something outside of me, because I'm not letting something outside of me control me. You see what I'm saying? So this is why this is why it's okay for us to make those turns, because if we didn't make those turns, we wouldn't be able to see that. We wouldn't be able to see like, oh, that's a dead end over there. You feel me? If we didn't make those turns, we wouldn't be able to make certain routes. You feel me? So those turns, aka us drifting off our purpose, drifting off our alignment, those turns are not bad. Those turns are nothing bad. Those turns are only bad if you perceive them bad. Your perception is a powerful thing, just like your imagination. One of the most powerful things you could ever conjure, right? Powerful, powerful, powerful. Peace to I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I don't want to get it wrong. Trying to, so I'm just gonna call you Special. But peace, Special, for walking in here. Peace for walking in here and dropping that blissful energy. You feel me? But us making those turns off our alignments, us slowly drifting off our purpose, us being redirected from our purpose or redirected from our true alignment, it's only gonna be bad when you perceive it bad. Because this take like because okay, that takes us back to the reality setting. Now, if you are not aware of anything about you, if you don't understand anything about you, right? If you don't understand anything about you, then you're not aware that you are in control of your own reality. So now, if you are not in aware that you are, if you are not aware that you are in control of your own reality, this makes it to where you can be controlled from people who have stronger realities than you, right? And your oppressors, for one, have stronger realities than you. So this is how they're able to control your reality without having you aware of it, because you are not aware of yourself, right? But this is all imperative. Why? Because it has something to do with us taking those turns off our purpose. It has something to do with us slowly drifting away from our alignment. You feel me? It has something to do with why it's not as bad. Because if we didn't drift off our purpose, if we didn't get attacked to be put off alignment, we wouldn't be able to see these attacks, or we wouldn't even be able to see new routes to the same street we was just on. You feel me? It's just, let those who have eyes see clear, let those who have ears hear correctly. You feel me? All plays a major part with what's going on right now today's day, actually. You feel me? But it's imperative that we understand that. And famous flex talking about you're not a motivational speaker, but keep it going. You will get there, homie. You feel me? Look, peep this in famous flex. Anybody can be a motivational speaker. It don't take nothing to be a motivational speaker. I go on the street right now today at a store, random gas station, random store. I go to a random store, random gas station, and tell the clerk I love their outfit, I love their clothes, and then I give them I give them some type of different advice behind that. That's just giving motivation right there. You don't have to be on a motherfucking stage in front of thousands of people making people feel good. You don't got to do none of that shit. As long as you spreading positivity and people are perceiving that positivity, motivational right there. Motivation comes with anything positive. Motivation comes with anything pushing, thriving. You feel me? It ain't just about me getting on this bitch just strictly limiting myself to nothing but heart feeling shit to tell you. That's not me being real. You feel me? I'm not on this bitch to make you feel good, right? I'm on this bitch to give you truth so you know it, so you know what the fuck going on, so you can rise from it. You feel me? But like you said, you're right. If I do decide to direct my energy to that and I keep going, I will definitely become one of the greatest motivational speakers that ever touched this planet. You feel me? We didn't even get into the actual live special, but we always speaking fast on this motherfucker. You feel me? But man, look, my day. How your day going, special? You feel me? But yeah. But how your day going, special? My day going blissful, man. You know my day going good. Man. Gino, what's up, my? Hey, Gino. You know what's crazy, Gino? I was just listening to a song, man. It's called, actually the song called Gino by B6. Fire ass song. You should go listen to it if you ain't never heard it. I was just listening to that shit. But yeah, you feel me? So, but we gonna get into all this stuff. You feel me? Addy, okay. But by the way, we gonna get into all this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, Addy, my night is going blissful. You feel me? As far as in something that did take place, we're gonna be talking about that tonight, Addy. As far as something that took place in my day today, we're gonna be talking about that tonight. Or really, Addy. Okay, because Addy just really hit it on head with this one, y'all. So look, yo, that song is fire. It definitely is. It's called Geno's by B6, but it definitely is. But look, Addy, look, you just hear right on top of the head. The live don't even know it. Addy, you said, by the way, no, you said. How's your day going? I'm glad you asked that question because that question is pertaining to this whole life. You see what I'm saying? That question is pertaining to this whole life. You feel me? I'm on this live because of some shit that took place earlier in my day. See what I'm saying? We're gonna get to it though. But for those who have eyes, let those see clearly. Let's keep rolling. Okay, but yeah, anyway. Message to the community, right? Message to the community. What that's about, right? Okay, so message to the community. This message, like I said, is being brought to you by the ancestors, right? To the masses. This message was brought to me earlier today. You see? But I am bringing it to you right now. So, message of the community, or message to the community. About what? What's the message, right? Well, you know, we don't want to give a spoiler alert too early, but you know, the message is more so like, you know, because you can't put a title on a message. You feel me? You can only say what the message is. You can't put a title on the message. You can only say what the message is, right? So we can't even title a message. We got to get into it. Ain't no way around it, y'all. So we got to fall right through with it. You feel me? But anyway, yeah, me just getting some shit off my chest before we even get deeper. That's gonna lead us right into it. Like I said, we not, because normally we get on this month, we do a real video about some shit, you know, Addy, if this your first time seeing me, you should go check out the channel because on the video we always speaking fast, we always getting deep, we always conjuring. You feel me? We always enlightening and informing on the deepest of levels, anciently, esoterically, divinely, however you want to label it. But I like to use the analogy I just did, right? Uh, um, Retitling back to drifting off your purpose. I like to use that analogy because it's not too often that one recognizes the bad patterns. It's not too often that one recognizes the bad patterns. So, I like to use that analogy because it's easier. It's easier to have people grasp from it. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to get by. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to perceive. But as far as for this message to the community, to roll into that, I had to get a lot of things off my chest before we even rolled into that. So if you're just joining into the live right now, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about because, like I said, we didn't even get into what was mainly gonna be talked about today. I just got some shit off my chest. You feel me? I got a few disclaimers for the live actually. I got a few disclaimers before we even get into it because I'm not your average. You feel me? Like I'm not no internet person. I don't get on here for this shit. Like when I'm on YouTube, y'all, I'm only on YouTube for the ancestors. Like I don't do this shit. Like I ain't no, like you feel me? I'm like I don't get on here, y'all. This ain't me. This ain't my everyday life, y'all. You feel me? I'm not an internet person. I only get on here for the ancestors and for the masses. I'm not an internet person. You feel me? So I got a couple of disclaimers before we even keep it rolling. You feel me? The message to the community gonna start when I fire the blunt up. So when I fire the blunt up, that's when the message to the community gonna start. But until then, I'm just getting a whole bunch of stuff off my chest right now to throw these CIA agents off in my life. Fuck me. So I got a few disclaimers. Right? For one, first disclaimer. If you don't like black people in their original state, if you don't like black people being themselves, get the fuck out the live now. Feel me? Second disclaimer. If you don't like black people being themselves, get the fuck out the live now. Two of the same disclaimers because a lot of y'all can't hear in the back of the class. Okay. Third disclaimer. If you don't like intelligent black people, get the fuck out the live now. Fourth disclaimer. We got 6, y'all. If you're not open-minded, get off the live now. Right. I don't even know where we at. I think we at 5. But if you're a judgmental person, if you're vibrating low, if you're racist, if you're any of those titles that does not fit this channel, go ahead and get the fuck out the live right now. You see what I'm saying? If you're a troll bot in here, anybody is free to be themselves in here. But what we're not gonna do is disrespect in here. What we're not gonna do is just be intentionally negative in here, right? Because there's consequences that come with that y'all are not prepared for. So I'm preparing you by letting you know the disclaimers. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's just to get that out of my chest, y'all. And another thing too, before we roll in, because I hope a lot of y'all, hold on right quick, y'all. Alright, that's another thing too. You feel me? You got a lot of people out here who don't know what they want because they don't know themselves. And they don't know themselves because they don't know that they're being controlled. They don't know that they're being controlled because they don't remember anything. They don't remember because they have been conquered, rather say. They don't remember because, they have been conquered because it has been invasion of parasitic invaders at war with the original people of this planet. I'm just a messenger, y'all. So I'm just here to decode. I'm not here to challenge anybody. I'm not here to none of that shit. I'm here to decode for y'all. Decode and inform. You feel me? But yeah, you got a lot of people who don't realize. You got a lot of people who don't realize a lot of things because they don't realize themselves. This is all part of the message to the community. This is all part of the message to the community. You feel what I'm saying? This is all a part of the message to the community, y'all. Again, if y'all out there, I know a lot of y'all out there probably partying like a motherfucker because you know what today is. Today is what, Saturday? Yes, I know a lot of y'all out there probably got lit or coming down from getting lit or is finna get lit. Spark up if you spark up. Pull up if you pull up. If you drink. If you don't drink or smoke, just sit right here. You're still appreciated. You're still welcome. You're still enjoyed. You're still loved. Sit and enjoy. You feel me? Don't judge us neither, though. For the ones who don't smoke or don't drink, don't judge us neither, though. Don't judge us neither, though. For the ones who do, don't judge the ones who don't. For the ones who don't judge the ones who do. You see? Because we all still a family in here. You know, we all got our differences. You know, you may come to America, and in America you may find some different indigenous beings than you would if you go to Africa. You feel me? You may find different tribal cultures in America than you would in Africa. You may find different people. You may find different black people with different hair textures. You may find we all got our differences. You know what I'm saying? We all got differences. We shouldn't take that upon nobody else though, right? Because that's not our job here. But you feel me? I'm just glad to be here with y'all though tonight, cause you know, man, some shit took a turn, y'all. For real. So I'm just glad to be here with y'all tonight, cause some shit took a turn, y'all. And hey, if I was still my old self, I probably wouldn't even. Hey, man, look, y'all. Some shit took a turn today in my day, y'all. And it led up to me receiving this message, galactic message from the Galactic Federation, from the Galactic Councils of Light. You feel me? From the Galactic Cosmic Family. All that shit led to me receiving this message. Should have happened in my day, right? It led to me receiving this message. What led to me actually publicly giving this message was the fact that there's a lot of people going through it. You know, the fact that there's a lot of people dealing this and don't know because of what, why, when, how. There's a lot of people still confused to now in today's day because of it. There's a lot of people who's falling in a depression state because of it. There's a lot of people who lost themselves because of it. Because of what? What are you talking about? Right. Okay. People, strangers, events, relationships, it all, right? But the specific message we title in, the specific message we strictly subjecting, we're strictly subjecting for this message right here. We're strictly subjecting. We're gonna be talking about a little about emotions, but we also gonna be talking about floaties. That's what we call them. We call them floaties. We know them as floaties. We know what floaties are. We heard of floaties. We're familiar with floaties. But real life floaties that we call in the astrals, we call floaties. We call beings who yet to know themselves. Beings who yet to take their life into their own hands. We call them floaties in the astrals, in the cosmos, in the universe, whatever you want to label it. You know, we call them floaties. Just to give y'all a reference of a main adjective here. You know what I'm saying? We call them floaties. People, what are floaties? To us, floaties to us are people who have yet to got the willpower to want to dive into themselves, want to learn themselves. Floaties are people who are out here just walking to just be here. Floaties are people who are just here to be here. They don't know why they're here. They don't know any. They're just here. Freshly new souls. Floaties, right? And these floaties, they everywhere. They everywhere. But they majority, they majority of them resides in our everyday life. You know, this message, this message is a message that was directly spoken by the ancestors. Right. Like I said in the beginning of this live, we're not attacking nobody. We're not isolation. We're not isolating an attack on anybody. We're strictly just pointing out some things for those who need to hear it, for those who must hear it through alignment and divine timing. That's why you're here right now, on this live right now. You see me? Understand it. People will get sent to you, right? In all forms of all animations. What do I mean by that? You have people who will show up in your life as an ashtray. You have people who will show up in your life as a fucking lamp. But you have people that show up in your lives as lessons. Right? You got people who show up in your lives as lessons. But you got all disorientated beings. You got beings that are animated into a materialized subject, but you also have beings who are in vessels just like you and I, right? And these beings who are in vessels just like you and I, they are not beings for regular work. They are not beings for regular existence, right? You have all type of things that come to you, right? And a lot of us have multiple things that come to us at multiple times because of who we are. A lot of us have a lot of crazy things that come to us. A lot of us have a lot of things that come to us. You know, things gonna come to you at all times, right? Whether it being a blessing, a curse, a gift, or a bad, negativity, positivity, good. You know, something gonna come at you. Something is coming at all times, and something is leaving at all times. So you got something coming and going at all times. You know, nothing is still. Nothing is still. Even this reality you live in as a physical reality is not still. Even the objects around you that appear solid, not still. It's vibration, law, scientific law. You feel me? Nothing around you is still. So that means nothing is still. So that means everything is coming and going. Everything is coming and going. Everything is coming and going. Whether it being whether it being a somebody, a something, or a someplace, it's coming and going. This blunt, it came and it's going. This live, it came and it's going. This leaves you in the present, not the past or the future. Right in the present, where you're supposed to be, the center of your alignment. Thus meaning you're not supposed to chase anything. You're only supposed to attract. Because the moment you chase, you step outside of that center. You step outside of that alignment of receiving and giving. So when you go to chase, you then place yourself out of that alignment and you place yourself in a mental stillness. A mental stillness. And a lot of us around here are in this mental stillness because we are not aware of the true science of this realm. And because we're not aware of the true science of this realm, we're not able to realize the things that's being taking place around us, like these events that deals with philosophy, psychological events, metaphysical events, quantum events, plasma events, geological events. You know what I'm saying? All type of events being took place. But because a lot of us are in this mental stillness, we yet are able to see it. And we put ourselves in that mental stillness through chasing. Right? And we've been chasing, we've been taught and programmed to chase almost our whole life. If you are definitely in my generation, with that being 21 and younger, you know what I'm saying? And even with the generation of the bridge, the middle age groups, with that being, 45 to 25, 45 to 21. You know what I'm saying? Then you got your elders, with that being 65 and up, 50 and up, you feel me? You got them, but again, you got things and people places that come to you. You got at all times it's coming and going, but through generations, we've been programmed and taught to chase, and it has left us in a mental stillness through generations. So we have yet to be able to, set ourselves in that natural alignment. We are yet able to take our reality back into our own hands because of it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us are still being controlled by this reality and people outside of us. Because of it. Is it the main reason? No. Is it the majority of reasons? Somewhat, yes. You feel me? But is it for no reason? No. You feel what I'm saying? It is not for no reason. But a lot of us are blind to it. And it leads to when you place yourself in this mental stillness, it leads to you not being aware to the fact that it's scientifically natural for things, places, and events to come and go. So when we're not aware of this, we're placing ourselves in that mental stillness, right? And it's causing us to further hinder ourselves. It's causing us to further torment ourselves mentally to physically, because it leads to us having to make these decisions because we think, oh, this physical reality is life. This is it. This is your one life. This is it. You live this, and after this is nothing. That's what a lot of us think. That's how a lot of us think. Us thinking like that has left us with us being far, far, far from outside of ourselves. You feel me? Us thinking that has left us so disconnected to the true essence of our realm science, Our realm was constructed in a scientific way to specifically dwell with us hand in hand. But your parasitic invaders, they landed and they completely tore that. They completely misconstructed that. They completely redirected that. They completely tangled that up, right? From then, you know, a lot of us, you know, from that it led to this point now. You know, from that it led to where we are now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all give me a second. So that has led us to this point now. You feel me? Y'all already know when y'all see this hoodie, it's official. You feel me? Y'all already know when y'all see this hoodie, it's official. That's my favorite hoodie right here, y'all. This like the live hoodie, y'all. Y'all know when y'all see me on live with this hoodie, y'all just know it's pure ancestral energy. This live, straight ancestral energy is what we representing. You feel me? Crystals, locks, herb. You feel me? That's what we represent. But it's led to this point now. You feel me? That war has led us to this point now. Even to us being pushed into this mental stillness. You see? And it's gonna cause a lot of things when you're in. Okay, so a lot of us are in this mental stillness and we don't even realize we're in mental stillness, right? Okay. When you don't even realize, okay, it's a different thing when you're in mental stillness and then you kind of realize you're in mental stillness because you know that you're fucked up, but you can't explain how, or you can't explain why, or you just like, damn, I'm just so fucked up. You feel me? A lot of us are aware. That's a different thing, right? But it's a completely different thing to you know what I'm saying, not even be aware that you're in a mental stillness, because that's dangerous for and to you. You see, and to whoever around you, or to whoever you have in your circle. Why? Because if you're in this mental stillness and you're not even aware of it, this is what caused you to push a lot of people away. You don't even know why you push people away. You don't even know why you want to push people away. You just push people away. No matter who you meet, you always meet somebody, you love them dearly, and then it gets to a point where, you know what I'm saying, you end up just pushing them away for no reason. Or you push them away for a small reason. Or you just push them away, what a lot of people call ghosting. You know? You have a lot of popular loners. You have a lot of loners. You have a lot of people who are what they label mentally disordered. Right? This is nothing more than being in mental stillness. Is it something that's permanent? Absolutely not. Is it something that can be broke up with just the will of a thought? Absolutely yes. Is it something that can be took back into your own hands with just the will of a thought? Absolutely yes. You feel me? But when you're not aware of it, it causes so many things. It causes so many things to push you further down to this point of you don't even want to be here anymore. You see? You have a lot of people right now on this planet who are in mental stillness and not even aware of it. You have a lot of people on this planet who are in mental stillness. They know they're in mental stillness, but they don't know how to get out of it. You have a lot of people who just are aware about mental stillness that is not in mental stillness, that, you know what I'm saying, try to help the people who are, try to save the people who are, you know, that's people like my kind. You know what I'm saying? But this is another reason of what I mean by it. Things come and go naturally, right? Because for a lot of us, just like how I'm right here giving this information for a lot of people who need to hear it, right? This is me being brought to you, right? And this is you being brought to me. But at the same time, we're both gonna come, we're both gonna go, right? Because when this live is over, I'm gonna go. You see what I'm saying? And when this live is over, you're gonna go. You see what I'm saying? So that's just the natural science to this realm. That's just the natural science to us cosmic divine beings. You know what I'm saying? That's the natural science. It's meant to be like that. Because you are meant to hold nothing because you are everything. And you are meant to hold everything because yet you are nothing. Let those who have eyes see clearly, let those who have ears hear correctly. You see? So this mental stillness is it plays a major part in this psychological warfare, right? Because they push the agenda forward with basic things like money, right? What do people tell you your whole life? What have you even learned in school? Even since school, they programmed you in elementary school. Even since a child, they programmed you. They've been programming you since a child. They started in elementary school when they first asked you, "What did you want to be when you get older? What did you want to? What do you want to be when you get older?" And they made you think like, damn. And then it's not like they let you choose from your option. They gave you options to choose from, right? This is because they wanted to push you out of that natural science. This is because they wanted to push you out of the natural scientific alignment with this realm, and they did it since you were a child. So when you got older, you didn't understand why you turned the way you did. You didn't understand why the things happened to you. That the things happened to you. You didn't understand why you were losing so many people and so many people were coming who weren't real and so many people who were coming were real that it got to a point where you didn't know who to trust. Then you lost your trust. Once you lost your trust, you then became what? A loner because you stopped fucking people. Why? Because you were pushed into mental stillness. You feel me? Back to the analogy with the school. They gave you a list of options and made you choose and asked you, hey, what did you want to be out of these list of options when you get older? So they limited you. First they limited you, right? First they had to limit you, right? They had to limit you first, mentally. You see how they started you see how they started their attacks with the mental? Because why? You cut the head of a snake, the body will fall, right? So they first had to limit you. Then once they had you limited through their options, they then place these negative forces or these negative energies upon you called emotions. Right? They then place these emotions upon you, these feelings upon with these limited options. Right? So now that leaves you stuck with not knowing for real. That leaves you stuck with confusion. That leaves you stuck with a lot of unfamiliar emotions. The reason we say unfamiliar is because, like I said, since you were a child, you didn't come here with emotions. You didn't come through the womb with emotions that were programmed to you. You didn't land here as a newborn with emotions that came here to you. I mean, that was programmed to you, right? Um, they didn't live that didn't live you in a place where there was a whole lot of confusion, right? Because you didn't know if you should choose this, that, or if you didn't even know if you wanted to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even think about that. Now you think about it, and you like, damn, so this and that, I gotta do this and that, and then they start telling you like, yeah, you gotta get a house, pay bills, all that stuff. Now you're thinking like, damn, when I get older, I gotta do something of one of these options that they have gave me, which are limited options. And if I don't do one of them, then basically I'm purposeless, right? And I don't want to be purposeless because then I'm not living, right? So now that left us to a point where we were like, well, you know, I guess I have to choose one, even if I don't like it. And I guess I have to follow it my whole life, even if I don't want to. Which leaves you chasing something that you never even had because it was never even yours because you never created it. So now you're going outside of you. Now you're getting off alignment. Now you're disconnecting from yourself. Right? They cut your imagination. They cut your imagination. You feel me? Now you're outside of yourself. They cut your imagination. Right? So as you get older, you know, you still don't fall into none of these things that you were lit or you were given option to. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, you're still thinking about it though, and it puts you into more depths of thinking about it because it's like, damn, I'm getting older. Now you're chasing and you're tracking outside of yourself, right? This leads you right to that mental stillness. So it's been happening since we were young. This is why a lot of us are not aware of it. This is why a lot of us are aware of it and don't know how to break it. But as you just got older, it just got worse and worse. And nobody was there to help you. Nobody was there to save you. Because that's one of the biggest mechanisms that consist of this mental stillness, right? It's like it has its own defense attack against other people who try to eradicate it. You know what I'm saying? As we get older, it leads us to this. It leads us to more and more mental stillness. Then after you know what I'm saying, we get older and we still stuck in this mental stillness. It becomes a thing now where we don't. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of our everyday lives. So now we're not even looking at it no more as just something that we're dealing with. Now we just deal with it and just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Balled up, held inside. This caused a lot of corruption, right? This is unnatural. That's why a lot of things going on. That's why you fall into a state of depression. You don't want to be here no more. That's not natural. You know what I'm saying? That's something that comes with them pushing you into a mental stillness because nothing is still. You're not supposed to be still, right? So, this is what comes into you not being able to control your own reality, right? Because then you are outside of yourself. Now the people can control you. Now you're relying on other people. You feel me? Now you're relying on the government. Now you're relying on things outside of yourselves, right? And you don't have no intention, so you're just doing it off of feelings because you're not aware. So this is what caused a lot of relationships to go wrong. This is what caused a lot of household corruptions. This is what caused a lot of people to be in jail. This is what caused a lot of people to do aggressive things on the street, to transcend this realm early. This is what caused a lot of people to just naturally be negative, right? This is what caused people to strongly. This is what caused people to have a stronghold on their mind, which is negative thoughts, and they think nothing but negative. It's the mental stillness, and it can be broken. It can be broken with ease at that. But because it is mental stillness, is not just a thing; it's an actual energy. You have to apply some pressure. You have to apply effort. Effort is willpower. Willpower is life force. You see? So you have to apply that if you really want to snap out of it. It's like MK Ultra. You can snap out of it. You gotta try to come back. But when you snap out of it, you gotta make sure you focus. You can't play because it's not a game. You see what I'm saying? This mental stillness caused a lot of us not to be in control of our own realities because it pushes outside of ourselves and it disconnects us from us and our ancestors in our realm through the science we constructed at the birth of this whole planet. You see what I'm saying? So when you can't control your own reality, nothing goes your way. And if it does go your way, it goes your way by generosity. It goes your way by generosity through another, through via act, subject, event, place, or time. Right? Let me give you a better example, a less sophisticated example. When you can't control your own reality, you are then left in a position where you have to lean on other people. When you can't control your reality, this is where you having to go place from. This is where you having to still be staying with your parents at what they call a grown age from. This is where you can't control nothing from. You can't control yourself. You can't control your thoughts. You can't control. This is all via not being able to control your reality. When you're not able to control your reality, you're not able to possess any of your natural abilities. When you can't control your reality, you are not able to. You are not able to. You are not able to perceive anything outside of the reality that's being presented to you through outside of you. This is why you must go back within. This is why you must go back within. And you must go back within, sit down with yourself and meditate. Meditation is key. Meditation is home. I'm looking right here into you because everything I'm saying is not a lie. Look into my retinas and see the multiverse because it is not a game. Go back within. Go back home. Meditate. Even if you start off meditating 13 minutes to 16 minutes to 19 minutes or 13 minutes to well, no, let's not say that. You know what I'm saying? We have 13 minutes, 19 minutes, you feel me? 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. Because we understand the powers of the 3 to 6 to 9. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Meditation is key. You can start small, go build up, crawl, or you could just straight you could just straight go cold turkey with it and just go straight within sitting for 60 minutes, like sitting for like within 3 hours straight. You see? Meditation is key. Darkness. See what I'm saying? The darkness. because a lot of us can't control our reality, we are being controlled by people outside of us. We are being controlled by malevolent forces outside of us. We are being controlled by malevolent forces outside of us. Negative principalities outside of us, and we're not aware of it. So they control us, and then they push us further down into this point where we don't even want to be here no more, and we exile ourselves. You see me? I mean, you feel me? And when you're being controlled by other people, you can't you have no say so with your reality. When you're being controlled by people outside of you, it's hard for you to step in. It's hard for you to do anything. Like when you're being controlled by people outside of you, you can't create. You can't create, and when you can't create, you fall into this state of feeling like you're boxed. Like you're boxed. You can't do nothing because you can't create. You can't use that mind. You can't use that frontal lobe. You can't expand your thoughts to create. You feel me? This is why, um, you don't ever want to be in a position where someone outside of you is controlling your reality. You don't ever want to be in a position where someone outside of you has to tell you when to go to sleep. Someone outside of you has to tell you, you know what I'm saying, when to do this, when to do that, when to do this and when to do that. You know what I'm saying, how to do this and how to do that. If you can do this, if you can't do that, you know what I'm saying. You never want that because let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck what you believe in. Look, believe in what you want to, right? Even they put this in the Bible. You feel me? This is a universal law Every single soul spirit that was ever created has free will. That is a universal law that you cannot break. Right? That is a universal law that must not be broken. Every single soul has free will. You see what I'm saying? Every single soul. This is what karma is about. Because every single soul and spirit has free will. And if you're trying to control it, that energy is going to come right back to you. Right? That's why if you call someone a bad name, that energy is going to come right back to you. This is what karma is all about. You must not try to hinder and control, misguide, and misdirect any soul on no level. You must not try to control any soul on no level. Every soul has free will. So that's why you don't want to be in a position to have to be getting controlled by someone. That's why you don't want to be in a position to not being able to control your own reality. Because you naturally have free will as soul. For my women, for my men, for my goddesses, and for my gods, you naturally have free will. I'm talking to everybody out there right now. To my elders, to my very young youth. You have free will. What makes you empowered is how you go about that free will. How do you choose to use your free will? Where do you think the good and evil resides at? Where do you think the good and bad sits at? Where do you think the negative and positive sits? It sits on the free will of your soul. This is the God and devil. This is Satan and what they call Jesus, nigga. Free will. How do you go about your free will? Do you take your free will and move righteously, blissfully? Or do you take your free will and move wrongfully, negatively, vulgarly? You see? Or do you sit still Or do you sit still in between both and just choose to not know yourself from either one? And when you sit right here in that middle of both of them options, somebody outside of both of them options, or somebody on side of both of them options, is gonna cross through you, right? Because it's gonna come and it's gonna go. But you're not aware of this, so as you sit right here, you don't stay up here where they cross and go no more. You start going down. So now they just crossing and going, and you ain't even up here no more to where they can just cross through you and go through you. As you still sit right here, you went down. So now they just crossing. All right, all these opportunities, all of these people being sent, all of these things is coming, and when they go, because you're not aware of it, because you don't remember when you was up here, you don't remember how it was when you was up here. Because you don't remember how it was when you was up here, because you had to adapt to a whole new frequency and energy because you fell down here. So when they still going like this, right, you don't remember. So you're not aware. So when they go, you're like, damn, I just lost something. Now you're holding it. Now that went, but it's still there. It didn't fully leave. It just moved. You feel me? When something good comes, you sit and you hold it, so that's there. But it didn't leave. It just moves. So now you just have a build-up. And that's going to lead to that build-up connecting. Right? And then nothing is going to be coming or going while you still have all that build-up. Then it's going to be like, damn, now you got so much weight on your shoulders. You see what I'm saying? Mental stillness. You don't want to be there. Call your energy back. Call your power back. Go back within. Go back home. Meditate. You don't gotta be sitting on your ass in a lotus position to meditate. You can stand up and meditate. You can meditate with your eyes open. You don't gotta do nothing extra to meditate, but all you have to do is meditate. Just make sure you can meditate. Meditation is your way, is your key, is your home. Because while you're here experiencing this physical material reality, this is headquarters. This is headquarters for why you're here. This is headquarters. And then from headquarters, you have home. You have home. But from home, you have headquarters. While you're here, you must align headquarters with home so they can work hand in hand. And you can really control your reality. You see, this is science, real science. I'm giving y'all, because I love y'all. Family, feel me? And I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody blissful. You know, that's my job. You know what I'm saying? I can get on here and get aggressive with y'all. You feel me? I can get on here and turn up on the whole press. You feel me? But that ain't what we young. I can get on here and sit, and I can get on here and vibe. Super calm. You know what I'm saying? But I can get like that too, though. Like, I can cut up. Like, you feel me? But that's because I have duality. It's duality in all things. That's me. At the end of the day, I'm a warrior. A galactic spiritual warrior. That's who I am. So yeah, I chill, I be chilling, but at the end of the day, I'm meant to get like that. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can chill though. But you never want to be in a situation where you're being controlled outside of you, where your reality is in somebody else's hands, because then you can't create, you can't make, and when you can't create, you basically almost can't make decisions for yourself, because you can't expand your energy, because that's in someone else's hand through your reality. right? This is why a lot of times a lot of people can be in a relationship and and they can be in a full-fledged relationship and don't even know why they still feel alone, or don't even know why they still feel sad and not completed, right? This is that mental stillness. This is why a lot of people can be in relationships and push their partners away for intentionally no reason, or not a reason, or not a good enough reason at all. You know what I'm saying? This is why um, this is why a lot of people come in your life and go, and they may go quicker than they came. All right, through you. When you might think it's like, well, maybe they don't like me, or maybe I'm just weird. So you know what I'm saying? It be things like that. Like you'll be in this mental stillness for so long, right? And you'll be isolated at home in this mental stillness, right? You'll be at home. You ain't been outside in almost months. You ain't been outside in about 6 months. You've been in the house about 8 months. Like, you ain't been outside in about 6 to 8 months. You been outside, you been on the porch, but you ain't been outside though. Like you ain't been like we ain't talking about just inside the house for 6 to 8 months. We talking about like not leaving your neighborhood to 6 to 8 months. Like you feel me? Not leaving your neighborhood to 6 to 8 months. You can walk off the porch, walk down the street all you want, but not leaving your neighborhood to 6 to 8 months, right? And let's just say you're in a mental stillness, you know, and you ain't been leaving, you ain't been going outside. Um, you ain't been, you know what I'm saying? You ain't been doing nothing that you used to do that used to bring you hella joy. You know what I'm saying? So you're sitting in this mental stillness, you're just sitting there on it. You're just sitting on this mental stillness. You know what I'm saying? And because it's consuming you, it's dropping you. As things are trying to come and go, you're dropping. So you're not even being in the mix of it no more, right? So we're not aware that when these things, um, when these things that were supposed to come and go, when the things that we never let go finally start leaving, right? We start to feel like so much is leaving us that shouldn't be leaving us, right? But it's really all the things that should be leaving us. So we just be feeling like when all these things is leaving us, it's not supposed to leave us. We just be feeling like, damn, why I'm losing this person, why I'm losing that person, or why is this being lost, why I'm losing that item, why I lost that item, or I lost this item, I lost that item, or every time I do this, I lose that, or every time I do this, something that come, or woo woo woo. It's because you know what I'm saying. This mental stillness is because you're sitting on this mental stillness and you're not aware that this mental stillness has pushed you off alignment. You're not aware that this mental stillness has took you off course. This is course. This is the mental stillness, right? But at once upon a time, you were here with course, and then through their educational systems and through their economical system and through all their other systems as you were growing, you stopped your course. And then eventually but the course kept going. But you would push off the course kept going. You feel me? And then as you stay right here, though, you just slowly and slowly descended. The course never left. And you keep and rise back up. You get right back on with it. You feel me? But it's all about how you perceive, right? Because your perception is just as powerful as your imagination. And those are two very, very, very powerful things within your what they call a brain. You feel me? And that's still part of basic science. You know, even though just because they never taught an advanced science in school, don't mean that it's an advanced science, right? Because they could, just like how they don't teach quantum science in school or metaphysical science in school, that don't mean that metaphysical science or quantum science is an advanced science. That just means that you necessarily just didn't learn about it because you have science that goes above quantum science. You have science that goes above plasma science. Plasma being the highest state of science. You feel me? well, highest state of science down here in this density, because plasma being the highest density. You feel me? You have four densities. You have, or what they call matters, right? You have four phases of matter, which that being solid, liquid, gas, plasma, or plasma being the highest, solid being the lowest, which we are in right now. All right, but yeah, you got science that's on a higher level than motherfucking quantum. You got science that's on a higher level than plasma that I can't even put into words to tell you, because it's there in the astrals, in the cosmos. There is no words for it. It's just energy and attention. You feel me? That's why, like, in the cosmos, we don't even use words. We use energy and attention, what they call telepathy down here, what you know as. You feel me? We don't know no. That's why I tell y'all all the time, emotions is not a part of you. You didn't land here with that. In the cosmos, we don't know about no motherfucking fear, love, hate. We don't know about none of this shit in the cosmos. It's just energy and intent. You hear me? That's all it is in the cosmos. It ain't no motherfucking words. We don't know no words. We don't tell each other I love you in the cosmos. That's energy and intent. We don't know such thing as love in the cosmos. We know as understanding. We know it's understanding. We know the energy and intentions behind understanding. We don't know the word love in the cosmos. Just like we don't know skin tones in the cosmos. Like we don't in the cosmos, we don't know no skin tones. We don't know about no black, no white, no yellow, brown. We don't know about that in the cosmos, man. We know about you and your species, boy. Cause keep in mind, I'm gonna use me for an example, a real example. Like I'm gonna use a real example, like me as a real example. Okay, so I'm only what they call black. I'm only in this pigment. This only appears this color, right, on me because dark matter energy at its highest form, right, descending because I had to descend to get here. So my skin tone only appeared as this color, right? Because I had to descend to even get here to this physical material. Like I had to descend to even get here, right? Okay, so with that being said, I descend. Okay, so dark matter energy at its highest, right? Or the only reason my skin color, okay, because I don't want to say it so sophisticated for y'all and lose y'all. You feel me? I ain't trying to lose y'all. I'm not on here sounding like no dummy. I'm just not trying to lose y'all. You feel me? Because I can get extremely sophisticated with y'all, but I ain't trying to lose y'all. So I'm trying to say it in the most best way, because I got people watching me who's still in the trenches. I got people watching me who don't. You feel me? So the best way possible I can say it is the only reason I'm in this pigmentation, the only reason I have carbon 12 within my neuromelanin is because carbon 12 manifested at its highest state is dark matter energy. You feel me? So carbon and what is carbon, which is the base of all life form from carbon at its higher state is dark matter energy, right? So when dark matter energy descends, it manifests as carbon, and its carbon encases itself in neuromelanin. This is why I don't have melanin. I have neuromelanin. And in this dark matter energy, it locks itself within a specific genetic of this neuromelanin called DEA, deoxyetheric acid, right? And then this is why in this pigmentation we don't have DNA, right? We have DEA, right? This is what makes us the different species, because we are dark matter energy, manifested into the lowest state of matter, which is solid. So to get here, we had to drop through plasma, gas, liquid, which was when your mother was when you was in the stomach, then salt. You see? So that's basic science. And I do a whole live about that, just about that. You feel me? Because that's based off the main portals, one of the main portals to get here, which is the womb. You see what I'm saying? So I do a whole live about that, just straight about that. But we're gonna be coming back at y'all with these lives now that we got, you know what I'm saying, the time. Well, it wasn't even that we didn't have the time, it was just that, like I said, I was putting my energy elsewhere. You know, I was trying to invest my energy into something that I thought would bliss my energy into more, you know what I'm saying, better things. But you know, I guess that's not what it was. But we talked about that in this live too, though. So you know what I'm saying, that was one of the main things is this mental stillness. So that was the message. You know what I'm saying? Everything we just said. You know what I'm saying? Everything that was said. You know what I'm saying? From the time it got serious, y'all know when it got serious because y'all can read energy. I'm pretty sure. So the message is out there. You know what I'm saying? The message is out there. The ancestors have now allowed me to step back in. So the message has been put out there, y'all. So yeah. So I had to come at y'all with that today. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, y'all, cause y'all catch this live action. Like y'all get to see this live action. Y'all get to see the ancestors step in live action. You feel me? But I want to say one more thing too, though, y'all. We got the website coming up. We got the website coming up. Oh, y'all, peep this. Hey, look, check this out, y'all. We got okay. So look, we invested into a whole university, y'all. So we got a whole actual online university because we know they fuck with the channel. So we got an actual website coming out just for the crystals and shit, right? Just for the divination work and shit. But just so we don't confuse ourselves and overlap and overrun ourselves and overload ourselves, we're not gonna throw the university on the website. We gonna throw the university on the app, on the actual app. You feel me? And we already got it out. We already got it set up. So all y'all gotta do is join it. You feel me? So all y'all gotta do is come over there to it. So I'm saying, we're gonna drop the link to it, the link to the university. It's an actual online university, y'all. An actual online, what they call a school, like an actual school, y'all. Online university, straight for divine cosmic intelligence, what we speak right here on the channel. Um, Keeping this going for the God divine insight. You feel me? So y'all come fuck with the app. Like I said, I'm gonna put it. We're gonna further talk about it in the next video. The next live we do, I'm gonna open that live. I was talking about that. You feel me? Talking about the online shit. So, but just to get y'all updated, you feel me? I ain't forgot about y'all. We got something actually coming out, so y'all can just come straight over there. I'm gonna bless y'all. So the subscription's gonna be $6. I got y'all. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Like I said, ain't no big famous celebrity. I ain't none of them fake niggas, gang. So I ain't gonna do that to y'all. But to join to get them, well, you can join a class. You feel me? You can join a class because like I said, it's an actual app where it's an actual school, and y'all can even come on there and create your own schools. You feel me? But it's an actual app. You feel me? A lot of y'all may know what I'm talking about. It's an actual app called School. You know what I'm saying? I didn't me myself. I was really like a troublehead in school. Like school isn't my biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't honor school in no way, shape, or form. So I wanted to personally create my own school, right? A school of what's actually supposed to be taught to our people and to the people. You feel me? And we're gonna start with it online before we actually do the full setup. That's why I do want to give a shout out to Dr. Umar for that too, cause that's that shit right there. Hey man, look, hey Dr. Umar, hey, that school you just built up, hey, boy, right here with it. You feel me? But okay, but peace reflection, straight up though. Peace reflection, straight up. Cause yeah, man, we needed that, and none one of them other bitch ass house niggas was gonna do it. You feel me? So yeah, we definitely appreciate you for that. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna actually start the university. We're not gonna call it a school, but we're gonna call it a university because we know what the etymology of a university, the etymology of a university. You know what I'm saying? A university meaning a way for the cosmic beings and the cosmic elders to construct the multiverse into a format to where we can withhold it inside of us and project it out. That is the whole point of a university, and that's what we're gonna do. And that's what we're starting. First online, we already got it set up, and it's an actual like you know what I'm saying class university like is you know what I'm saying it's a real thing, y'all. Like it like we did in COVID on online schools when we went online schooling in COVID, y'all. It's just like that. You feel me? It's just like that. Real school on here, y'all. And we ain't got no lesson, no homework. It ain't gonna be like none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is we. Hey man, hey look. You better know one thing. Universities ain't like these oppressor schools. So when you hear me say I'm starting a university, don't think I'm starting a school like these oppressors did. No, I am starting a household for my community. You hear me? A household for my community. I'm gonna leave this off right here. Um, Peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. I want to get on here and say, well, I wanted to get on here and get that message out for today. Whoever needed to hear that, you feel me? From the ancestors to me, from me to you. But I would never take credit for that because that is still from the ancestors to me again. So, peace to the ancestors. Get that gratitude to the ancestors, not to me. Um, Even thank your own ancestors. Yeah, I just want to get on here and say that, but I'm gonna lead this off with saying definitely you always want to be in control of your own reality. You always want to be in control of your own decisions. You always want to be in control of your own story. And let me tell y'all something right now before I get out here. Because if you really fuck with somebody and you really down for a soul, let me tell y'all something. If you're down for a soul and you're really down for that soul and you willing to go all the way out your way to do whatever you need to do to comfort that soul, aka person, being, whatever, make sure that you sit with the ancestors before you do that. Make sure that you fully trust yourself to even take that leap. Make sure you're not just doing that just because that other person is making you feel good. Make sure when you're thinking about really committing and giving your all to somebody, you better sit there and think, boy, girl. You better sit there and think. Don't just be like, oh yeah, I'm finna give all my love to this person. I'm finna do whatever I need to do for this person just because they say this to me and they make me feel good with all these beloved blighted words. Make sure you really getting to make sure you really getting to observe the energy of that soul at its rawest self. That's why, in the first place, if you don't meet nobody who is being themselves in the first place, it's best to not even continue that or expand upon that relationship with that person. Um, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. If y'all down with somebody, hey, make sure that this is a person that you know you can be down for, and you won't take no losses of, you won't take no um personal losses from it. When you're putting a specific type of energy into somebody, make sure it's okay with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap in with the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? To see if you can really do that, because you don't want to do that, and then you leave yourself with nothing. Right? You don't want to do that, and then you leave yourself with nothing. You leave yourself with confusion. You leave yourself with a lot of emotions. Right? So that's why you don't want to do that. That's why you want to make sure before you take that leap, you 100% sit with the ancestors, and you know what I'm saying. You ask the ancestors like, hey, you know what I'm saying. I come forth to ask, can I be shown this and that? Woo. Then further from there, you know what I'm saying. You explain by really, you know what I'm saying, asking questions, dwell into, you know what I'm saying. And just always be yourself. Always be yourself at start. Even when you're meeting somebody, don't never just put on a fake face just because you met them right then and there. You know what I'm saying? When you meet somebody, be who you would be in front of your mother, right? In front of them. Don't ever, ever, ever hide yourself from this planet, because you are supposed to be yourself. You're supposed to expand yourself. You're never supposed to hinder yourself. Feel me? By putting on a mask. See what I'm saying? But um yeah. Make sure y'all out there being yourselves. Make sure y'all out there really focusing. You feel me? Don't let no distractions throw y'all off out there. Don't let nothing that comes in your life um take you off alignment, and then have you perceiving it as if it's bad and everything's crashing. Don't make it. Don't let that happen. You know, don't let that happen. Because you're better than that. You're bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? You're greater than that. You know, and you're further greater than that. To be letting somebody outside of you control your reality, you're also further greater than that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave that right there. Y'all stay tuned for the next live. Like I said, they coming again, so we back. You feel me? Um, peace to all the guys and goddesses of Planet Con. Peace meaning positive energy, always creates elevation. Peace to the ancestors. I hope y'all learned something.